My agent calls me and they're like, United are interested. I went, no way.
Transferred to United at 20.
Yeah.
That's a statement.
I was so nervous, like I can't even tell you how nervous I was. And then went and played the game, I scored 2, won like 4 or 5-0 I think, and it was just like the perfect day. But I think that's what made me a bit different, because I was playing football with the boys. They always used to be like, there's a girl on the pitch, I used to just smash her. I remember this Jersey guy, and honestly the first time he had the ball in centre mid, I just clattered him. I was like, welcome to the game.
Is that what you said? What was the step into moving into the Lionesses?
My manager came into the gym one time and he was just like, Serena wants to speak to you. Yeah, she was like, I want to call you up for the next camp, and I thought, like, that is insane. Like, yeah, to then be stepping on training pitches and being in and around them, it was just like incredible. All like leading up to World Cup, all we spoke about on camp was World Cup. We were waiting, I think it was the 31st and maybe we got a call up, and she called me at like 9:30, and I just knew. She just basically said that I wasn't part of the 23, but she'd like to take me out to Australia, and I was gutted. Like, I was like gutted, but that's the hardest thing that's happened like so far. It was special, but it makes you even more like hungry to when I get picked for the next one. Just at the end of the season, we sold out Wembley when I was playing the FA Cup final, and it's just like, wow, like it's incredible. There's like, 90,000 people there just watching our game. I was on the pitch, I was thinking, I've never played in front of this many people before.
Our champion today is Maya, a female athlete that had to sacrifice everything in order to make a childhood dream come true. She packed her bags at age 16, moved away from her family, and by 20 became a Man United first team defender, then gained her first England cap for the Lionesses in November 2022. She's an inspiration for sport, women, and fueled with raw talent. Welcome to the show, Maya.
Thank you.
I literally feel like I'm sat opposite a superstar.
No, not at all.
No, because you say that, but you are, let me just do a little recap on what you are currently doing. You are a first team Man United women's football player.
Yeah.
You've been selected for the Lionesses before.
Yeah.
You just got back from Australia. You were sent out on a reserves list. Like, you are literally the definition of making it right now. And how old are you?
21.
21.
Yeah.
When I was 21, I was just graduating uni. And
I know my mates are at uni and they're like, come down. And I'm like, I can't, honestly, I can't.
That's what I mean. You're laser focused. You're focusing on a career, and it's genuinely incredible to see. But I want to kind of dive in at the beginning, because only now, in the past couple of years, it's an ordinary women's football. It's getting traction. It's being seen by people. You're getting filling stadiums. Yeah. Now it's the ordinary.
Yeah. It's crazy, to be fair. Like, just at the end of the season, we sold out Wembley when I was playing FA Cup final, and it's just like, wow, like it's incredible. There's like, 90,000 people there just watching our game. Like, I was on the pitch, I was thinking, I've never played in front of this many people before. But yeah, like, we sell out stadiums all the time, and I think especially the Lioness is doing so well. Obviously, winning the Euros last season it's been massive for us, and even before that, like, it was growing like massively and very quick as well. So yeah, and obviously I think with the World Cup that's just gone as well, it can keep going. Keep going up. Yeah.
What was that feeling like when you stepped onto that pitch with 90,000 people? How did that feel?
Yeah, it was cool. You know, it was incredible. I remember I was warming up. It was at Wembley, and the sprinklers just came up, and I got absolutely drenched. I thought, this isn't a good start to my first game at Wembley. But yeah, no, went in, got changed, and then yeah, it was incredible. Great experience. My family was there as well, and yeah, it was very cool to play an FA Cup final. And luckily we lost 1-0, but yeah, it was incredible. It's
like, yeah, right now that you're making those breakthroughs, and it is becoming more ordinary, and it's incredible where we're at. But let's go back to being engaged for Maya as a child. Yeah, you had a very ordinary dream. I want to be a football player. Yeah. Me as a boy. Yeah. Like, yeah, that every kid I was around wants to be a football player, but there was I imagine your role models were probably males. Yeah, no, definitely. I think, obviously, when I was growing up, I'm from like a really small island by France, and like there was no girls football there, so I was just playing boys football. And my dad, like, he coached me from when I was 4 as well. So like, I didn't, like, there was no women's playing football. I don't even think I knew that there was women's football going on in England, and at that time it wasn't big over here anyway. But yeah, no, I just was playing, and then playing at St Martin's, my local team in Guernsey, and then just playing with all the lads and just enjoying it. And yeah, when I was about 10 or 11, I was with Guernsey playing in Southampton. We went over to play a game, and the coach there was like, "Oh, like, I actually wasn't supposed to be on the tour because they didn't pick me." But then some lad like pulled out, and I went in. And then they were like, "You need to like come over here and see if you can get into a team." So I, like, every
like month or a couple months I flew over with my mum and my dad, and just tried to get recognised over here in the women's game. And I actually didn't get in the first trial that I played for Hampshire, and then after that I had another trial and then got in then. So
is it like a little island off where?
It's like it's like by France, like underneath like Brighton, Southampton, south of England, and then like next to France, like just to the side of it. No one knows where it is. Yeah, just like 60,000 people on it. I left there when I was 16 to go and play for Brighton. So yeah, when I was 16, because I couldn't leave any earlier. I would have left earlier, I think, if I was able to, but I don't think my parents wanted me to go either.
Because of school and things.
I had to finish school off, and I think obviously I had to do college as well to be in the Brighton Academy.
Right.
But I really wasn't there for college. I was just there for football. Like I was just loving football there.
But that's what I find most mental. You're this girl on an island.
Yeah.
With 60,000 people.
Yeah.
Reality of it is there's no girls' football team. You're dedicated to football. You don't really have any similar peers around you.
Yeah.
You're just this lone set, I'm going to go and be a women's footballer.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, to be fair. Like, I just love football. Like, I just love winning and being competitive and trying to win all the time. And yeah, with the guys I used to play with, it was so much fun. And my dad he played semi-pro as well, so he obviously knew about football and stuff, and he played at a high level, and then he was my coach. And I think we just enjoyed going to football together on a Saturday morning, training, and then like going to the baguette shop, getting a baguette on the way home. But yeah, no, it was really good. And I have a twin brother as well, and he hates football, so I don't even know like why. Like, I just loved it so much. It's just something, it just caught me. Out of school, I was just literally thinking about football all the time and just going gym, like when I was a little bit older, at lunch. And then like people just weren't the same as me, and I just knew that I could go and do it. Like, I just knew that I could do it. And I was just waiting for that breakthrough when I could come over to England. But when I was like maybe 12 or 13 and I was playing over in England like a couple times a month, they said that I wasn't allowed to do it anymore because I was missing so many training sessions. So I just went back home. I was just playing football again, and then obviously it was gutting to like find out that you can't play football in England, which is what you want to do. You need to be in the pathway. So yeah, I went back home with Saints in Guernsey and just played football, and then went to these regional camps in southwest England. Yeah. And then got picked up by England. So
I feel like you're just glancing over that though. So like you was age 12, 13 and how did you get to the point where you was flying over to England? Was that for under?
Yeah, it was with Hampshire, because I didn't get into the trial and then I got in, and then obviously I don't live in England, so I couldn't like go to every training session like 3 times a week, because like I might as well just live over in England. And my parents couldn't, like I have 2 brothers and a sister, like we have a big family, so I couldn't do that. And I wouldn't have wanted to do that anyway. Like, I wanted to grow up back home. But I think that's what made me a bit different, because I was playing football with the boys, not just being in a girls' academy, which probably wouldn't have benefited me that much.
Yeah. And then the boys that you played with back at home, how were they? Did you feel alienated, or were they very welcoming?
Yeah, no, they were really welcoming, to be fair. Like, I was just another one of them, I think. Yeah. Like, we used to go to Jersey sometimes and play, and they always used to be like, there's a girl on the pitch. I used to just smash them. And first tackle too, but I remember this Jersey guy, and like, he was saying about it, and honestly, the first time he had the ball in centre mid, I just clattered him. I was like, welcome to the game.
Is that what you said?
I didn't say that to him, that's what I thought, and that's what I was going to do. Yeah, it was never really an issue for me back home, because everyone's so supportive, but sometimes if you went to Jersey or whatever, but standard.
Was it always a bit of a weight on your shoulders? You like, I'm the girl, I need to prove myself here?
Nah, not really. Well, I don't know, I suppose. I'm quite like an easygoing person, so I don't really like think too much. I just go and do it. Yeah. I just like take the jump and just do it anyway.
Because what I'm hearing, risks, competitiveness, drive to succeed. Was that coming from your family? Like you said, your father was semi-pro. Yeah. Did he coach you? What?
Yeah, he's my coach from when I was 4 until I was 16. So I left Ireland at 16. Yeah. But he coached me all the way through, so I think he takes a lot of credit for where I am now. But yeah, my mum's very driven, and she does so much like for all us kids, like so much, and so does my dad. But my dad was sort of like the footballing one, and my mum was like sort of making sure I was actually staying in track on track at school and stuff. But obviously my mum and my dad, like, and all my family, to be fair, my granny, my nana, they're all so supportive, and they like coming over to watch the games as well, which is really nice.
It sounded like they just believed and supported.
Yeah, well, it was like no one had ever done it before, apart from Matt Tissier from Guernsey, but that was ages ago, and like it was a bit like we didn't know what we were doing, so we were kind of just going with the flow. I think as a family we're just like, just go with the flow, just do it.
Yeah. You just mentioned a funny name there, Matt Lettice.
Yeah, he's from Guernsey, yeah.
So same place, same kind of island?
Yeah. I just said, no, I'm not related. We probably are somewhere down the line, but I just say no because it's much easier.
You just say small island, same name. Like, that was got to beg the question, hasn't it, sometimes?
Yeah, when I was at school, I went to, I was in the same class as his nephew. There's a lot of the Tissier families back home, to be fair. So.
You say when you're age 16, you've had this loving kind of supporting family, you're taking those risks, you're making it happen. To make your career, age 16, you kind of have to make a leap of faith. What was that journey?
Like, it was fine. Like, I moved over on my own. And obviously at 16, it's still quite young to do that. But
really young?
Yeah, I went into a host family. So I lived with another family for a bit. Well, up until I was 18. And then I moved into player accommodation because you can't obviously move into the player accommodation until you're 18.
What, player accommodation?
Player accommodation.
Well, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's just like when you move in with some of your teammates into a house that like Brighton was saw. So yeah, I was just in a host family and stuff and just like riding my bike to training and all that, and when it's like tipping it down. But yeah, I think that's what makes it like a cool like kind of journey. Like not everything's like great, but
when you say host family, so you've got your mum and your dad, and they're at home.
Yeah.
Then you just move into
another family. Yeah.
What was that like?
Weird. It's weird. Yeah, honestly, it's strange. But they were great. Like I moved into one and that was really good, and then they like moved house and I had to do it all again and move into a different one.
Right.
But it was fine. Like I don't know. I feel like when you're like wanted to do something, you just don't really think about like what else you're doing. Like when I look back now, I think that was like pretty hard. But now I'm like it was fine because I was just focused on like I train most days. I just think about training and then go home, eat, sleep. And train again.
Repeat.
So, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Hey, I just wanted to take a moment and say thank you for listening and give one of you loyal listeners a chance to win a year-long supply of FUROCITY to show appreciation for all your support. To enter, all you need to do is subscribe to our podcast on your favourite streaming platform and share your favourite episode on social media. But don't forget to tag us so we can see it. We really do appreciate you, and thank you for listening.
We call it digs, so we're going to digs. We're going to digs and then stay there for a couple of years until we're old enough.
And then you got into what was that name called again? Paired accommodation or something?
Player accommodation.
Player accommodation. I thought you were saying paired.
Oh no,
player accommodation. And then I guess you started meeting teammates from Brighton. And
So I was training with 21s, and then I was in the first team when I was like 17.
Yeah.
So I already knew them, like, and then I just was having to wait again until I was old enough to like go and stay with like in a clubhouse. Yeah.
And all those times when you played in those unders, you made captain, right? You got youngest player of the year or something like that.
Yeah, Brighton,
There's some incredible feats. They're signs for being first team Man United, like, that obviously.
Yeah, obviously, like my manager at Brighton, Hope Powell, she put a lot of faith in me and played me as a 17-year-old in the WSL against us as players that were a lot older than me and, senior internationals. And I just went and did it and just played football like how I wanted to play. And I think I have a lot of kind of respect for Hope and like the chance that she gave me, because not many managers would do that, playing such a young person in the first team. And obviously like Brighton, we weren't challenging at the top, and sometimes we were trying to save our lives down the bottom because only the first tier is professional, where it was back then, not anymore. But we were trying to stay up in that. But I loved it and I loved the challenge.
How old are you at this point?
I was 17 when I went. I was 16 when I went to Brighton, 17 when I was in first team, and then transferred to United at 20.
Transferred to United at 20.
Yeah,
that's a statement, isn't it?
Yeah, it was cool. I remember I was just driving in Brighton, and my agent calls me, and they're like, "Oh, United are interested." I went, "No way." I was like, "Shut up, that's not true. That's not true at all." And they were like, "No, like seriously, like they're interested." Yeah. I was like, "Oh," I was like, "Well, like that's cool. Like I don't know what you want me to do about it. I'm still in contract at Brighton, so I can't do anything about it." Yeah, in the summer, then they acted on it, and I was still in my contract, so they had to basically just buy me out my contract, and then I went and signed for United. It's
a good feeling, isn't it?
It was cool, yeah.
Buy me out my contract.
I mean, I didn't tell them to do it; they spent their money on me, so so I just did that, and then Yeah, been at United for a season now.
Because United's one of those teams with so much heritage. I'm a United fan, like through
nice.
and through.
Yeah.
And you look back at the days when I was a kid, I was looking at the David Beckhams,
Yeah.
the Giggs, the Scholes, and
Yeah.
like, was that like a dream come true moment?
Yeah, obviously, like, it's a massive club, and like when I walked in on the first day and I was having a look around, I thought, wow. Like, as a kid, I went in and I was like, this is crazy. Like, you can just kind of feel like the history and stuff of the club, and just feel how big the club is. And obviously when you sign for them, you have to, you know, you're playing for the shirt and you're playing for United, and they're a winning team and they always want to win. So there's obviously that added pressure, but I think that's what makes United so like a special club to be at.
And let's dive into that first moment. You're selected to go on your first debut. You're wearing a United shirt.
Yeah.
You've made all these sacrifices.
Yeah.
You've came from an island of 60,000 people. You've moved to new families, been in Brighton. You've got the call. You moved up north.
Yeah.
You're now away from the sea.
Yeah.
You're in a northern city.
Oh, God. I don't like living up here. Honestly. Nah, it's all right, but I've never, ever lived, like, not near the sea. So it's a bit weird for me, but yeah, it's all right.
But then you're stepping onto that pitch.
Yeah.
Weight on your shoulders.
Yeah, it was good. Like, when I signed for United, obviously, like, they have so many first team internationals, and I wasn't first team at that point, and I thought it was going to take me more time to kind of settle in and kind of like put my place in the team. Like, I didn't sign thinking I was going to play every game. I wanted to do that, and I really wanted to prove myself in pre-season, but I never thought that would be the case. And then our manager Mark obviously put the team up the day before, and I was in, and I was like, oh wow, this is crazy.
You're on.
Yeah. And I remember we were playing Red, and it was like, so I was so nervous. Like, I can't even tell you how nervous I was. And then none of my family were going to come over. They just weren't coming. I don't know, they must have stuff going on back home. And then I drove in, and my dad was like by the car park, and I was like, oh God. I said, Dad, I'm so nervous. He was like, you'll be fine. And then I went and played the game. I scored 2 from centre half at the back, and then won like 4 or 5-0, I think, and it was just like the perfect day.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't have asked my debut to get any better. I got a clean sheet. And just being on the pitch playing for United was really special.
I seen that moment. It was insane.
Yeah, like, I haven't scored any goals since.
Yeah.
And I scored 2 on my debut. Yeah.
Not 1, 2 goals.
Oh, it was so weird. It was so strange, honestly. Like, I'm not known for scoring goals, and obviously I think the seasons before I maybe scored 1 every season.
Yeah.
And then I don't even know like why it happened or how it happened. It just happened. I scored 2.
Because 1 was a header, wasn't it? And it was a hell of a header.
From two corners.
2 corners.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have seen myself up that end of the pitch. But 1 was a head, and I think the other was a volley.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I remember watching it. It was like one of the celebrations. Your face just lit up. You're like,
yeah, I'm not expected to score, so I didn't know what to do.
And the moment, I imagine, like, your dad comes over and you had all those nerves.
Yeah.
Like, what was the moment? What went in your mindset when you had those nerves and you're getting onto that pitch? Like, how did you overcome them? Like, was it the same tenacity of just coming over to the UK, or was it different? What was the mindset?
No, like, you have to be very calm, and we have a game plan, and you just have to think, what's my role within the game plan, and how can I execute that to the best? So I was just focused on what we've been working on in the week, and before every game, I'll always write down like what I want to do in the game, like the targets. I just think, I don't know, have your shoulders open, like, and it's something small just so I can like link back to them, and if I'm doing them, then that's all I can do, and to try and like play my role as best as possible.
And you bloody did.
Yeah,
you really did. And then talk to me then. In fact, no, actually, let's go back to moving away from Brighton.
Yeah.
Because again, you in that island, Guernsey, coastal-ish town. Yeah. I'm gonna crack open the FUROCITY champion. Have you tried this?
I haven't, no. That's really nice, actually. That's really nice,
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like
I'll have to
nice.
get the girls on them. They always drink like other energy drinks and stuff.
Well, we'll give you a crate when you leave.
Yeah,
we'll give you a crate. But what do you think it tastes like?
It's like tropical.
Tropical.
Like mango and passion fruit or something.
Yeah, for me it's lilt. When I taste it,
It's what?
It feels like lilt.
That drink, yeah. It's like taste of summer.
Yeah.
No, it's
a
nice.
taste of summer. And speaking of summer, it's like coastal towns. You know, you've been Guernsey, then you go to Brighton. I love Brighton.
Oh, what a place.
It is such a friendly city, but what was that like, that transition? Because again, you've keep sacrificing.
like to make the decision whether I wanted to go to United was very hard because obviously I was playing at Brighton like every game, and to know that I was going to go to a club that maybe I wouldn't play as much, I'd never experienced like not playing, if that makes sense. So I didn't know what that would be like. But then, as I said before, I was just like, oh, I'm doing it. Let's just do it. Made the decision. Obviously, had to told the manager and stuff, and obviously United were then contacting Brighton because obviously the transfer windows and your contracts and stuff, you're stuck. You can't really speak to like other clubs and that. But and then obviously came up to United and they had loads of support and stuff, helped me find a place, and I love my apartment, so it's great. Like we just go for coffee and stuff in town.
It's just without the beach.
Yeah, if there was a beach, I've only ever driven to Liverpool once, twice actually.
Formby.
Yeah.
Formby.
Is that the one with the sandbanks?
Yeah. Loads of them.
Mocha loves it. I've got a dog called Mocha.
You got a dog called Mocha?
Yeah.
What? Who is Mocha?
He's my dog. He's a Cocker Spaniel.
Cocker Spaniel.
Yeah,
How old is he?
He's 1 now.
Okay.
Oh, just over 1, yeah.
I feel
like he's a legend. I love him so much.
Any dog's a legend.
Yeah, he's so cute. Like, he's like, whenever I come back from training, I'm just like, oh, like he's just so sweet. He's so funny. He's such a dope. He just falls off the sofa and that all the time. But yeah, he's a little legend.
Is he kind of like your family now, essentially? Because obviously, do you live by yourself?
Yeah, I live on my own. Yeah.
So it's like obviously you made that difference. You made that move away. You by yourself. At least you've got that little dog to keep you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's so cute. You come back and he's just so happy. He wants to go on walkies.
I want to see.
Honestly, sometimes I come back from training and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know if my legs can move anymore. But I'm like, oh, come on then, let's go.
He's just looking at you. I want to walk.
And I just walk him off lead because like he's bad on the lead. He just pulls and I'm like, I can't be arsed. So he just runs around, likes to say hi to everyone, likes to say hi to every dog, even if they're barking at him. I'm like, Mocha, like, come on, take a step back. They don't want to say hi to you.
I'm pausing this podcast to bring to you Power Protein. Each bar has 20 grams of protein and 1.9 grams of sugar, and they come in 2 delicious tastes, caramel and chocolate fudge brownie. But I'm going to let the guests tell you how they taste. You can buy them on FUROCITY.co.uk. Now, back to the podcast. You're playing at United. You've had one of the best debuts you could ever imagine. What was the step into moving into the Lionesses?
Yeah, I never thought it would happen so quick. Especially for defenders, like, you don't get, obviously, I don't know, it just seems to be the thing where you need a bit more experience before, you get picked to play for England. And I don't know, I just feel like I was having a good season at United, playing every game, and we were doing really well in the league. Like, we were winning most matches, and my manager came into the gym one time, one morning, and I was in there. It was I think it would have been in November. And he was just like, oh, Serena wants to speak to you. And I was like, what? Like, Serena's the head coach of the women's team.
Yeah.
And yeah, she was like, oh, I want to call you up for the next camp. And I thought, like, that is insane. Like, okay, thank you. I didn't know, I was speechless. I was like, I didn't know what to say. And yeah, we went to Spain and did like friendlies and stuff. And my parents were coming out, and my granny and my brothers and sisters. And I said to them, I was like, why are you coming out? Like, I'm not going to play. Like, trust me, I will not play. Like, I won't play a game. I won't even play a minute. I'll just be there for training and experience and stuff. Which I was like, I don't even care if I wasn't playing at this point. I just wanted to be there and be a part of the team. And we were playing Norway. And I think one of the girls, was it one of the girls said, yeah, one of the girls wasn't able to play the day before. Like, it was kind of here or there. And she was just like, May, you're playing, like, you're starting. And I thought, oh, what? God. Yeah, I was like, oh my God, okay. So yeah, made my debut in November. Played right back against Norway, and yeah, it was incredible. And some of the media and that came out from Guernsey to cover the game, which was really cool. And yeah, obviously my family was there too.
You must be like the local celebrity back home. Surely 60,000 people from Guernsey.
Yeah,
you're there.
To be fair, I'm trying to, sometimes I'm like going for coffee or trying to go in a shop, and they're like, oh, like, well, like, you're doing so well, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, that's really nice. Like, yeah, it's a really supportive place, but yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a celebrity there yet.
Yeah. And what's it like being surrounded by like those types of peers? Of obviously the Lionesses, they're pioneering the women's game.
Yeah,
like it's got so popular. But what was it like in those moments where you're stepping up and you just be surrounded by essentially inspirations?
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Like, especially when I was younger. Well, like even up until I actually got picked for them, I was like always looking to see like because I was looking at them because they were so good and they were at the top of their game, and thinking, oh, like, what are they doing that I need to be doing to kind of get there? And yeah, to then be stepping on training pitches and being in and around them, it was just like incredible. And I was like, oh wow, like this is insane. Like I never thought this was going to happen so early anyway.
Then this World Cup comes around and you got made as a reserve, right? That's got to be a hard mindset to have.
It was like, that's the hardest thing that's happened like so far. Because I originally got picked 3 camps for the 3 like consecutive camps up until the World Cup. So I was in November, I was in Feb, I was in April, all like leading up to World Cup. All we spoke about on camp was World Cup. So obviously I still wasn't sure, like, because I wasn't playing like all the time with England. Obviously I played a game in April, I think it was. Started in a game there and did okay, but I thought I did like decent. We were waiting, I think it was the 31st, and maybe we got a call up, and it was between like 10 and 12, say the call up was, and she called me at like 9:30, and I just knew. I was like, oh, like, what am I gonna do? Like, how am I gonna react? And I was at home. She called me, and yeah, that was that.
Yeah.
She said that. Well, she just basically said that I wasn't part of the 23, but she'd like to take me out to Australia, and I was gutted. Like, I was like gutted, but what can you do?
How did you deal with that?
Not very well, to be fair. Like, I hadn't like experienced anything like it before. Like, growing up, obviously, like being from Guernsey and stuff, you have to break down barriers, but like it was always in my control, so I could always do whatever I wanted to do. But when it's not in your control, like, you can't be like, oh, like, Serena, please pick me. Like, I did everything I could to get picked for that squad, and like I have no regrets from obviously like the lead up to it, because honestly, like, there's not one other thing that I thought I could have done. So yeah, I didn't handle it very well, I don't think, but I just booked to go on holiday straight after and left the island and went to Greece.
Right, okay.
Yeah, just had a holiday there with my mate.
I guess that's probably a good thing to do, because if you didn't do that, I imagine you'd probably be sat at home and it'd be going around your head.
Yeah, and especially like in Guernsey, it's so supportive, but everyone knows. So like when that team wasn't announced, like my phone was just like bang.
Okay.
So like I just turned off all my social media, deleted it all. Even when I was on holiday, went on anything. And then just like left the island, because it's a good thing, and it's like sometimes it's like I'll go out and I just think everyone's looking at me.
Yeah.
Like, I remember going out for coffee afterwards with my mum and my granny, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was. And I just thought like everyone's just looking at me.
Yeah.
I bet they weren't, but I just thought like everyone is thinking, oh, like, I hope she's okay, blah blah blah. So I thought, oh yeah, best just leave.
That's almost like
go on holiday.
Your devils that are coming into your mindset.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but no, it's difficult.
Like, well, you said like that's the first time. Everything up to that point, like playing with the boys' team, you're like, oh yeah, I'm just one of the boys.
Yeah,
Whereas
exactly.
This point was your first almost.
Yeah.
Doubt.
And even like before, like when I was in youth, I played for England from when I was 14 to obviously now, and I've never not been picked for a camp. Like even in youth, like I'd never not been picked, and I've always played. I was dreading it. Like I did not want to go, and I knew I was gonna go, but I just was thinking, this is gonna be so hard because everyone's gonna be buzzing about World Cup, and it's gonna be me and this other girl. There's 2 of us on standby. Well, there was a keeper as well, so 3 of us on standby, and yeah, went, but to be fair to them, like the girls and the staff, like they were incredible with us and just made us feel part of the team. So yeah, was on camp for a week, went home for a weekend, was on camp again in England for a week, went home for a weekend, and then flew to Australia for a month. Yeah. So yeah, it was nice
out there. Over to Australia.
Exactly, yeah. No, it's an incredible place, and just to help the girls prepare for the World Cup, like it was special, but it makes you even more like hungry to want to get picked for the next one.
I guess that's the mindset to have, isn't it? Like you're hungry, like, no, I was so close.
Yeah.
And that's not going to happen again.
Exactly, yeah.
And like you're saying, you felt like the whole world was watching you. As I seen on social media, everyone, your following and support network, including myself, are like, everyone gives such nice messages.
Yeah, it was really nice. Obviously, I didn't see it because I wasn't on social media, and then I think, when did I go back on? Maybe when I went to camp or whatever, but my granny was always messaging me being like, May, like, you should see this, like she's on Facebook and everything telling me, and I'm like, oh, thanks granny. But yeah, no, the support was great, and I had loads of messages like saying that obviously they thought I'd had a great season, and but like you can't do anything about it. You just have to be like thanks, and yeah.
And when you was in Australia, was it because I don't know when you put your social media back on, but was it hard? Even though the team was great, and that's so nice to hear that team's so supportive.
Yeah,
and
it was really good.
Part of it. But did you ever have moments, because the whole build up around the World Cup, and then you're there, and you are literally one of 3 people that are the closest to touching it?
Yeah.
There's no one else right now.
No,
that's
and like
that
obviously
close.
you got to pack your bags for 6 weeks because you're on standby. So if someone gets injured, you're in. So you're always sort of like, oh, like what's going to happen? So yeah, you just have to pack your bags for 6 weeks and hope that you stay out. But then also, you'd only get put in if someone got injured and you didn't want an injury happen to any of the girls.
Friends.
Exactly. So it was a really hard situation to be in, but I feel like I made the most out of it. And the other girl, Lucy Stan, I was with on standby, like we were just having the best time ever, just exploring Australia and stuff. So yeah, no, it was bittersweet. But yeah, they did so well. So
yeah,
what can you do?
Really did do
unbelievable,
well.
Yeah.
I mean, final.
I know, yeah.
It's winning the Euros, going to the final.
Honestly, incredible. They've done so well.
They're really putting England on the map.
Yeah, always. The girls are doing good.
Going to Australia, did you get to do any fun bits while she was out there? Like you said, you got to explore.
Yeah, well, I was on camp for 2 weeks, I think, out there, or 2 and a bit weeks. And then after that, me and my mate went to Sydney and we like did some bits and bobs, and then went to a Lizzo concert like the day after camp, and that was sick. We had a great time. And then she left and went back to England, and I continued like traveling around Australia. So I went to Whitsundays up north, went to Byron Bay, back to Sydney, see my mates there.
You got mates over in Sydney?
Yeah, it was weird. Like when I was in Greece,
me
and my friend were there, and then we went on a boat trip, and like we just made best mates with these 2 Aussies. It was so weird.
And then when you went over to Aussie, you was like
we literally spent the rest of the holiday with. Well, they went. We were doing like island hopping, and they went to a different island. But like the time that we were in the island together, we just spent all the time together. And then it was so weird. Like we just kept in touch, like all 4 of us. And then I went back to Australia, obviously, and stay with my mate.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Which islands did you hop to, by the way? Because I love Greece.
I went to Santorini first, then Milos, which is unreal. I love it. Yeah, I think it's pronounced like Milos or something.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, but it was amazing. Like we got a quad and just like at the time of our life. And then went to Mykonos after, and that was cool.
Mykonos is Mykonos.
Yeah,
what
cool,
happens in Mykonos stays.
Yeah, no, it's good. I love Greece.
Yeah, and then the moment where you then unfortunately come home, but like you say, bittersweet, because you don't want your friends to get injured. You want them they're there. But coming back to the UK, what was, I imagine those emotions, was that like another hurdle? Was it like a peak and trough? Did it come back?
Yeah, well, I came back and then had like 3-4 days. And then I was straight back in pre-season with United.
Okay.
And like during the like 3-4 days, obviously I was a bit jet lagged, and Dad came back over with my dog because I took my dog back home to Guernsey. He had the time of his life. It's really like a good summer. Dad and my little brother, little sister came over, sorted out my stuff, like unpacked all the bags and that, and then literally was just straight back to training. Yeah. It was nice to be in a different environment, obviously, but it was also hard because the World Cup was still going on. So it was hard, but yeah.
Because it's all over the news.
Yeah, it's everywhere, yeah.
But you can use that as I imagine, and you probably will, knowing your personality traits. Yeah. You're just going to not let that defeat you.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Like, it's what it is now. Yeah. The girls did amazing, so that was good to see that they did so well, and yeah, as I said before, it just makes you hungry to be a part of the next one. Yeah.
It's awesome to see. Honestly, these guys won't be able to see it, but when we was building the set when the final was happening.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it was a Sunday, wasn't it? It was on a Sunday. Was it on a Sunday?
It was on a Sunday, I think.
Everyone's nodding their heads. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a Sunday because. I had training Saturday and then we had Sunday, Monday. Yeah.
Sunday, Monday.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, so we was literally half built, like Tyson's half on the wall, and then we're like, oh no, the game's on. There's a big TV there with all the monitors, and we switched it all.
That's so cool.
And all the crew just sat there. We took a 2-hour break, watched the game, and obviously it was unfortunate with the end result, but Spain did play very well. So
they were incredible. Like they were doing rondos in the corner. I was thinking, wow, you're 1-0 in a World Cup final, you're playing rondos in the corner, incredible. But yeah, they were a very good team, and I was lucky enough to play with Honor, who's playing right back for Spain, and world-class player, and yeah, she deserves that. Yeah.
Well, honestly, it's been a genuine pleasure chatting to you. I'm like I said at the start, I feel like I'm opposite a star. And
no, honestly, I'm not at all.
yeah, but that's brilliant. That's a brilliant mindset to have, because like you say, power of the ordinary. Our idea of this, the power comes from ordinary moments, and you are the most ordinary, down to earth person there is. And I definitely want to see pictures of Mocha.
He's so cute.
Yeah.
Jodie's like it. Jodie and Ellie look after Mocha all the time. Yeah. Honestly.
For the people that's listening,
every single day basically. When I'm at football, Jodie's got him.
Jodie's the one that's currently filming all of this right now. She's holding the camera right there. I would face it to her, but I can't.
He loves them.
Before we run away, are you into obviously sport? Are you into protein bars? Protein bars?
Yeah.
I have right here 2
got my
new
teeth
products.
In.
You got your teeth in? What's that?
I got my retainers in. I got my Invisalign in.
Oh, see, I didn't know you had an Invisalign. Oh, I was
really? I'll take one away with me though.
You take one away?
Yeah,
definitely. Because I was going to do a taste test, but I'll give you 2 of these.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's alright. There you are. And then
they're basically... I always need protein bars, so this is great.
Yeah.
Usually I take them from football.
Honestly, we've had everyone that's came on here so far. We've had like Olympians and stuff. Like, just taste test it, and we're like,
yeah.
And honestly, it has had glowing reviews.
Really? I'll let you know when I try it.
Do genuinely let us know.
Yeah, well, I definitely will. Yeah.
And then we've got
chocolate fudge brownie. I love it when things like are supposed to be unhealthy, but they're healthy. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't feel bad anymore.
It's like they taste like the goodness that you want, but actually they're giving you the protein.
Yeah, exactly.
Glowing sugars.
Yeah.
But we also have another game.
Okay.
When you walked in, did you see it around the corner?
Yeah, I want to do that. Yeah.
All right. We should see a boom mic, I think. There it is. So it means we can move now, so they can hear us.
Oh right. Okay.
Oh
God, I can't beat. I'm definitely not going to beat Tommy Fury. I don't think, but
I mean, his career is in boxing.
Surely that they just break these things, though, no?
Well, it is a little bit wobblier now since he punched it.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Well, what I want you to do is tell me a goal that you're going to smash for the next year. That's what this punch is going to be.
Hopefully get into the Olympic squad.
Get into the Olympic squad?
Hopefully, yeah, hopefully.
Well, that's what we're doing. We're hitting this for the Olympic squad. Are we ready?
What if I miss?
we can go again. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Do you want to count you down?
If you want, yeah.
3, 2, 1, go for it. It was alright.
I feel like I didn't get the right connection there.
I feel like you could connect better. I tell you what we'll do. We'll grab your energy drink.
Oh, do I need a bit of energy for this?
I feel like have a bit of energy, warm you up, and then we can get the second hit. Okay. There we go. I'm ready. Are we ready? I won't count you in this time.
No, don't
do it in your own time.
Ready.
What's it gonna be?
Oh, that was even worse.
You just go straight in for a third. Third time lucky. Time lucky. You ready? That was the best one.
I feel like I had better connection there.
We're in 600s. 640.
Alright. You have to cut the first one out because that was... I think I'll stick to football.
Well, thank you so much for coming on Power of the Ordinary. Like, comment, subscribe if you like the podcast. There we go.
Nice one.
Thank you for watching this podcast. And if you're enjoying these episodes, let us know by subscribing to whichever channel you're listening through. It makes a huge difference, which allows us to grow and bring you better content.